Hello, Cowboy
Well,
Nation
say
and fantasy
something.
football fans. Welcome to In the Cave with the Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Jason, Vince, Danny, Mikey. Listen, we're on a budget here, right? My thing's lacking. This is our first episode. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get good. Look,
There goes
Double
Danny.
D's blacked out. Double D's blacked out. Well, welcome to the Fantasy Football Podcast.
Fucking
We're in
piece
the
of
cave.
shit.
Oh, jeez.
Double D is cursing. Double D, you're live on YouTube, brother. You're live right now. So, how about you go ahead and just mute yourself? Well, welcome to In the Cave. You
Wow.
guys rock
What a
with Mike
start.
Tag's Cowboy Cave. Thank you. I know, right? I know. Thank you for rocking with us. As you can see, we're a bunch of misfits. We are not professionals. We are friends and family members of Mr. Mike Tags, who we play fantasy football together, his butts, and we decided about it. We're not going to dive in. There's plenty of great fantasy football listens while I'm driving. I'm in sales. There's amazing ones, but they dive in. String got his wife's pregnant, and he may not do good this weekend. We're not going to dive that deep. We're not going to dive. We're going to give you exactly what you need to know when you need to know it. The facts and figures to beat your friends and family. There goes DD. What's up, Danny? What's up, Disco D?
What's
You
up?
back?
My bad.
He had a couple of explicits, but luckily we're on YouTube. Well, thank you again. Welcome in. Let's go ahead and tell the folks who. So there's nothing that can be said. So Mikey, who do you rep? Obviously, it's obvious. We know. Godfather Jr. Mike
Obviously, I
Tag's
rep the
Godfather Jr. But who
Cowboys.
do you
Come
rep,
on now.
Mikey?
I rep the Cowboys.
Let's go.
Come on.
Vince,
It's
who you
obvious.
repping?
It's obvious.
You know, I just rep anyone who makes me money after all the bandwagons came. My Buccaneers, after Jameis was gone, all these
Here we go.
bandwagons came in. I'm all about the money now.
Here we go. Go ahead, Danny. Who you repping?
You know, I rep the Broncos.
The Big D's.
The big
I rep
team.
the Big D's. You guys saw the promo. I rep the Giants. Big Blue. Go G-Men. But I have lived in Florida for about 15 years, so I'm sure Danny has to say about it. But I do like the Bucks. I do like the Bucks. I've been here. I support the home team. But let's talk about it. Can you be a fan of two squads not in the same division? Can you be a fan of two squads not in the same division? So me, Giants, Bucks. You know, when you were market like Boston, New York, Texas, teams never leave you. They never leave you. I'm a Yankee, Nick, Giant. You know what I mean? So what are you gonna do when you move away? Not support the home squad? You know, what are you gonna do?
No chance. I always rep my
It
team.
is.
I will never wear another hat, another shirt of any other team. I don't care where I live. I lived in Fort Lauderdale. They had the Dolphins. I live in Tampa. They got the Bucks. No chance.
I live in a Cowboy household, so I can't root for two teams. Just can't do it. I can't root for two.
Oh yeah,
teams.
you better not with you better not with the
Be
Cowboys
thrown out of
taking
the
Mike
house.
Tags. I mean,
I'll get
yeah,
thrown out
you'll
of
be
the
done.
house.
Go on now, jump, son. Go on now. What do you feel about it, Vince? I know you don't care as long as it makes you money, right?
Yeah, I'm more of a Buccaneers fan, though. I'll always lean towards my Buccaneers. Been there since day one, since Josh Freeman, Jameis Winston days. I hate Tom Brady, though, but I think he's the GOAT. But he brought a lot of bandwagons to Tampa, and now it's impossible to get any tickets for under $100.
Listen. Appreciate you Cowboy fans chiming in. I appreciate you guys. Thank you
Jason's
for
one
watching.
of the bandwagons.
Listen. I was going there. I was going there. I got my tickets when Jameis. I'll be honest. I got my tickets when Jameis was quarterback. I knew his days were numbered. I mean, he was just terrible. So I'm like, all right. I honestly thought it was going to be what's his name, Rivers, before he retired. I was like, oh, Rivers has a place in Florida. Jameis is on his last leg. Let me get some tickets going, you know. And oh well, hey, I got Brady. Woo, you know what I mean? So I love it. I want to see just fly to New York anytime I want to. You know, I don't have those kind of funds, but I can't help it. I love it. So thank you for everybody tuning in. So what are we going to talk about? What are we here for, right? Like I see football junkies. We have a couple of championships on our belt. That's what it is. Mikey probably has none. And thank you for the win. Thank you, Mikey, for putting that chat up. Shout out to him. So Mikey's man in the chat box. So you have any questions, any chats you want to go ahead and chime in, go ahead. Mikey will throw it up there for you. He'll mess with me, throw me off my game. So what kind of leagues you guys usually draft in? You know, I like a 12. I've never done a keeper. I've always done a read. I've never done dynasty. What kind of leagues do you guys usually draft in?
I usually do a 12-man. I am doing a 14-man league though, but all my friends are doing a 14-man league, and that starts next week. So this is a great show to get prepared for that draft.
That's true. That's true. What about you, Vince?
I normally go for the 12 or the 10-man PPR leagues. Pretty simple, nothing too complicated. But I do want to get into more of the dynasty leagues.
Dynasty is interesting, man. I don't know if I'm gonna like it that much, but it's something I definitely want to check out.
Yeah.
What about you, Danny T?
Same. I do the 12 and the 10-man leagues. Actually won the Super Bowl last year in the 12-man league. Won me $800. But yeah, that's what I typically do. I do 2 to 3 a year.
Yeah, no, same here. I can't do anything less than 12, and anything more than 12. Here comes the chat. See more than 12. It's just not a lot of. It's not a lot of meat on the bone, you know. But I've done the 10 league, and there's just too many guys you can pick up. Too many studs. See, guys, we're completely immature. We're completely immature on this podcast. So welcome to the. You know, yes, I cannot do more than 12. Yes, I'll say it again for you guys listening. So on today's agenda, we're going to NFL news. We're going to do NFC East rankings, and then we're going to get into the QB rankings. And again, we're not going to dive deep like these other podcasts. These other podcasts will tell you, you know, so-and-so's baby mama's grandma's 20th string. You know, we're not going to dive that deep. We're going to give you the smarts, the analytics, the science behind it, why we draft, why we draft. You know, it also depends on where you draft. Like, are you middle towards the end of it, right? If I'm in the beginning of the draft, yeah, of course, I'm going to grab the number 1 RB, maybe number 1 wide receiver. I'm towards the end, I'm going receiver, running back receiver. I'm going to be honest with the 5th. I'm not. How do you guys feel about it? What about you, Mikey? Where are you drafting your QB?
I'm also not a fan of it either. See, it depends. Like if Mahomes is there in the 4th, I feel like I have to take him. Like I just feel like there's no debate about it.
4th.
He won't, but I'm saying if there's a chance
you're right.
he's there in the 4th, I'm taking him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. His ADP right now is second pick, second round, so he won't be there. And for good reason, you know. This guy's gonna get you some good fantasy points. But like, no, he won't be there. Like, if you can get one of your 4, I'll say top 3 to 4 QBs in the first round, I get it, and I'm not gonna clown you. Don't be that guy that drafts a tight end in the 4th for kicker, you know, early. You know what I mean? I just can't see it. It's just QBs are gonna get you point reach. Yeah. You feel guilty? I didn't call you out. You feel guilty? All right, so let's get not affiliated with the Cowboys cave. We are affiliated with the Cowboys cave. It's not going to be a fluff piece. It's not going to be a fluff piece. Big E. It's going to be, you know, you're going to have your might mall Cowboys all the time. We're going to give you the whole picture. All right, so let's get into some news. So obviously, we heard about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's out to at least week 1 with a calf strain. Last season, it was 35 touchdowns, 12, and he was second among passing TDs and threw for 4,400 yards. So, Vince, we got an update on Joe Burrow. How's he doing?
He's doing fine. He was seen at camp with a sleeve on his leg, but he's not limping at all. But it's actually, he should be fine by week 1. The calf strain that he had is actually good because it reduces the risk of his Achilles rupturing.
That's
That is
good.
good.
Well, his average ADP right now is third round, probably towards the end of the third round. You drafting Joe Burrow? You guys drafting Joe Burrow in that information?
Leg sleeve. Oh, it should not affect you drafting Joe Burrow at all. You should still draft him at the same position. I have him ranked as my top 5 QB. He's got an ADP of about 32. I'm still taking him there.
Yeah, you have to take him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got to.
Yeah. Take him in the third round. You got to third round. All right. So let me ask you a question. So we say he's going on average 35th, right? We're taking Joe Burrow over Deebo Samuel. Yeah. Joe
Yes.
Burrow over Aaron Jones. Okay.
Yes.
Joe Burrow over Chris Godwin. And this is, you know,
Yes.
I'm not dumb. We know the points Joe Burrow's going to put up, but I'm saying just in case he re-injures, he's not in time for week 1. Remember, you're drafting before the week starts. So we're talking about right now. And so I'm not saying, oh, Joe Burrow or Chris Godwin. Well, that's a no-brainer. It's Joe Burrow all day. But I'm talking about you're drafting before week 1. You don't know what's going on with Joe Burrow. He can re-injure. So, all right. So we're going yes over Deebo, yes over Godwin. Okay. Yes over Aaron
I don't know
Jones.
about Deebo, but
Yes, he's
all right.
he's fine.
Calvin
He will be fine. He has the top 3 weapons in the league.
definitely not Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, you got Joe Mixon to help you out, get you some protection. You got if Joe Burrow is fine, and yeah, he's still top 5 quarterback. No doubts about it.
Oh no.
You guys know Jalen.
Can't hear. Vince, take
Oh,
over.
All right.
guys
Vince,
know-
take over.
Any oh,
Are you back? You're lagging out.
You got dial-up internet or something.
See, guys, we're gone. I got Verizon,
Yeah, you
Horizon.
sound better. You sound
So anyway,
better now.
Jalen
Sound better now.
Ramsey's out to December. All the drama with Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, he's not happy with his contract. You know, he doesn't want to be franchised. Urshan said, "We're not trading you. You're going to keep your butt right here in Indy." What do you guys think? Especially now with the news of Zach Moss being out. What's your take on
I
Jonathan
don't
Taylor?
think
You guys,
he watches
you
the
guys feel?
news. I don't think he watches the news because he's a running back, and as of right now, the NFL doesn't give a damn about a running back. So he has no leg to stand on. He just needs to just eat the contract and try and play somewhere else, hopefully get a better deal, but he's a running back. Dime a dozen.
No, I hear you. And what are they going to do? I mean, with Zach Moss out,
And the year he had last year,
Pay the man.
I wouldn't
I get what you're
demanding
saying. I
extra
get what
money
you're
either.
I'm not even drafting Jonathan Taylor, to be honest, especially with all this drama going on. I don't even know if I'm going to take him.
So
Not
you don't know
worth
if
it.
you're going to take Taylor? No.
No, he's not worth it.
Interesting.
I could take a better running back.
Interesting. All right. Well, we're going to
If
get to
he's
running
there
backs
low, late,
week,
I'll
so let's
take
not dive too deep into that. And then True. I need to get what Taylor's ADP, because I guarantee you it's got to be beyond the 10th round. That's a value
It's
pick.
gotta
That's a
be like
stash
top
on your
8.
bench all day.
Yeah. for
Taylor
sure.
still? Okay. We'll take a look at
He's
that.
still top 8.
And what about the news of Jets practice? Dalvin Cook said it's very likely he can be a Jet. I don't know if it's BS, all fluff, but he was saying this, and the fans were chanting his name. What do you guys think about that?
I saw
I think
earlier
that-
that he left without a deal. So I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah,
Well,
no, he did leave
the
without
real
a deal. That's for
question is
sure.
The real question is for fantasy, how would that affect Breece Hall? Because
That
the
is
Jets
true.
signed Cook, How would that affect Brees Hall though?
I say goodbye
If
to
they
Isn't
Brees
sign
Brees
Hall.
Hall still on the? Yeah.
He's hurt, but he'll be
Yeah,
fine
we'll
by
see.
week
There's
one.
rumors. I mean, the Jets can't. Brees Hall will be fine by week one. Well, the Jets marketing camp is running overtime. You would think that's the best thing. The best thing since sliced bread. They're real high on Garrett Wilson. You know, obviously Rodgers is there. So there's all the hypes on the Jets right now. You have they're on the show, you know, Hard Knocks. So the marketing camp for the New York Jets is very high right now.
Yeah.
And speaking of, you got Zeke visited. How likely that Andre there is going to be a 1-2 punch with Zeke? Not sure if he's going to fit in their scheme, but that's going to be a stack. The AFC East is going to be nuts.
Let's be honest, though. Zeke's irrelevant. He's not going to be a starter anywhere.
Oh my god.
He's past his prime.
Oh, you said that in the cave.
I'm stating facts.
His name is Danny D.
When was the last time you had a star running
His name
back?
is Danny D. If you want to curse him out on the chat, it's Danny D.
I'm stating facts. Zeke hasn't been Zeke in like 3 years.
We'll see.
Zeke had like 12 touchdowns last year. What do you mean?
Stop. So did Philip Lindsay one year.
Well, I drafted Phil Lindsay one year. He did good for me. He was all right. But I mean, obviously, the Cowboys don't need him, right? You guys got Pollard. You got the 8th grader, Deuce Vaughn. I mean, you guys are good.
Don't disrespect Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn's going to be a baller.
Listen, Deuce Vaughn, I think is going to be a baller, but let's be honest. You're watching videos of him in training camp. He looks like my son's running out there. I mean, with the big helmet, they made him look like a cartoon.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
All right, Big E says Zeke goes to New England. All right. Let's see if Big E's right. It's possible. It's possible. All right, so let's get into the NFC rankings, guys. Let's get into the NFC rankings. So obviously, we know the Eagles won the division last year at 14-3. You got Jalen Hurts, DeAndre Swift, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Goddard. You think they repeat? You think the Eagles win the division again this year?
No, I don't think they will. I think my Cowboys will win a division.
Oh, we knew you were gonna say that. 88's open. 88's open. Cowboys. 88. That's fine. What do you think, Vince? What do you think?
No. I mean, well, actually, no for the Cowboys. Yes for the Eagles. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. Eagles will win that division. It's going to be a coin toss between the Cowboys and the Giants for second place because the Giants are a contender. I hate to say it, but they are. And Washington is going to be dead bottom of the barrel. They are a horrible team.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Well, I actually have Dallas winning the division because of their defense. I think both offenses are pretty good. It comes down to defense. Dallas has the defense. They're pretty stacked. And Giants third place. Washington garbage.
Yeah, I'm with her. I mean, you guys already know where I stand, but I'm a realist, right? This is not a Giants fluff piece. This is not a Cowboys fluff piece. Eagles are going to win the division, I think. And then I like what you said, Vince. It's going to be a toss-up between the Giants and I mean, Cowboys obvious, right? You got the great O-line, you got the good defense, you got a great running game. You're good to go. I like what the Giants are doing. I love the coaching staff. Almost tired Buffalo Bills coaching staff. Daniel Jones, Mr. Safe. I think they go back to. I mean, they got Darren Waller. You know, he's off the booger sugar. He's good to go. And we got James Robinson, Barkley re-signed. So I like it. I like what they're doing. Dallas Cowboys 12-5 last year. Dak Prescott. 2,800 yards, touchdowns, 15 interceptions. So let's go to Mikey on this. Average ADP 0.03. Is Dak going to pull it together for your squad?
Yes. Look at the weapons he has around him. He has Cooks, CD, Tony Pollard, the list goes on with the weapons he has. Like, he has so much weapons. He has no room for error. if he doesn't do good with the team we have now, it will never happen. But I think we're going to do it all this year. We are winning the Super Bowl
There
this
is.
year.
He's Dak Prescott.
Wait, one thing I need to add, though. Dak Prescott has played, I believe, 97 NFL games, and he averages, when he starts, 27 points a game when he's a starter. And that's a pretty high-scoring offense. I think they led the league in scoring the last 2 years.
They did.
I mean, you can't put that on the shelf. I mean, he was hurt a lot last year and almost won a division.
Because they have good running backs.
Okay, the Eagles, who did they lose? They don't have their running backs anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that was their bread and butter.
Swift.
Their bread and butter's gone.
Dude, DeAndre Swift is better than Miles Sanders.
Get the hell out of
No,
here.
he's not. Stop. No,
Okay.
Are you hanging out with Darren Waller?
Okay.
At those yacht parties.
That Eagles defense is nothing to play with. They somehow got two of the best defensive players in the draft. I don't understand how. They have an insane secondary.
On paper.
They have a very good offense with Jalen Hurts, who's coming out of a resurgence. I'm not an Eagles fan, but Jalen Hurts is, I don't know how he's doing it. And with the fantasy upside, Jalen Hurts is a good pick.
Jamarcus Russell was the best quarterback on paper. What happened to him? I mean, on paper means nothing.
Well, Jamarcus Russell never made the Super Bowl, did he?
They haven't played one down in the NFL, period. You can't throw them in like they're all pros. They haven't played one down. They're college stars, but that don't mean shit.
Okay.
Are we talking about Jalen Carter?
It's true.
The race car
we are talking about Jalen Carter. Yeah.
The race car driver.
Yeah.
He's
gonna race through that Cowboys offense.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Ooh, Cowboys fans chime in on that one. So, New York Giants 9-7 last year. That's kind of really average. I mean, what am I gonna say? Everyone's like, you don't rep the Giants. They don't give me nothing to rep. 9-7. They're like the New York Knicks. Still waiting for the Knicks to do something in the playoffs. Daniel Jones, 3,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Interesting fact about Daniel Jones: he led the league interception percentage, the lowest at 1.1%. So he's Mr. Safe. Last 2 seasons, I believe he carried for at least almost 700 yards. His ADP is 11, so I think he's a steal. at 11, but he's obviously not going to be my QB1. And so Barkley re-signed. James Robinson signed. You have Darius Slayton, Paris Campbell. Nobody's afraid of their wide receivers. I think it's going to be a dink and dunk game. And then what do you think, Mikey?
I think I don't know. I mean, it's all going to come down to Saquon because he wants that big money, so he's gonna have to prove it this year. There is no messing around.
He signed
to prove himself this year. I don't know.
Yeah, he signed for 1 year, $11 million. James Robinson.
I agree. I love Danny Dimes. It's sad he has no receiving core. They have a great running back. Their offense could be really potent if they can just get that one receiver.
I like Hyatt. Hyatt's going to be a good receiver. He's already what he clocked like the fastest. He clocked like the fastest something in camp or something. I don't know, like the fastest player, like faster than Tyreek.
No, you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. The stats up. Vince, if you could look for it, if you have a second. So I believe it was 23 miles clocked them at training camp. Jalen Hyatt just recently at the Giants training camp clocked in at almost 24 miles. So puts him as the fastest player right now. And he's on the Giants. So I don't know if I'm excited about that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know yet. I mean, I like to be high on my Giants, but
if you want to know how good Jalen Hyatt is, just watch that Tennessee and Alabama game. He had like 5 touchdowns for like 200 yards against Alabama. That elite defense they had. He had like 200 yards.
Yeah. He could be a good guy to have.
So, well then, when we get it, we're gonna get into it later. But Daniel Jones, of 11, I think that's a value deal all day. You're gonna get the legs, the safe. You're gonna get 3 yards. I mean, I did. Danny D could for 20 yards right now, but that's still pretty good. That's more than Prescott. Darren Waller, ADP 6 in the 6th round. So when do you usually grab your tight ends? You think a nice steal in the 6th?
Yeah, I think he will. Cause
If he's healthy.
yeah, if he's healthy, I think he'll be a steal. Because we already know what the man can do. The man's a great tight end, but
He is.
it's
And
always going
they
to
need
come
to
down
choose
to if
from.
he's healthy.
That's true.
No, there's
That's true.
really not many. Everyone's going to take Kelsey.
Oh, I
in
think
the
they're going to
first
go back to
round,
the
and then
old
it's
dink
just-
dunk Giants of the old. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. All right, let's get to QB. Right. So this is obviously, you have Mahomes, your Allen, your Hurts. Where do you guys rank? Number one, where do you guys rank Allen and Mahomes? I know they're 1 and 2, but I'm curious to see your guys' ranking. So we'll go Mikey, Vince, Dan, Mahomes, and Allen. Who's 1? Who's 2?
Mahomes is 1, Allen is 2. Not even close.
Mahomes is 1 and 2. What about you, Vince?
Mahomes 1, Allen's 2. I agree.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you, Danny?
Not even close. Mahomes is head and shoulders above everybody.
All right. Well, so according to the ADP, you guys are absolutely right? You got Mahomes averaging the second pick, second round. Allen second pick, second pick, like second round, third pick. They both average approximately 5 points per game. But I like Allen. I like Allen's legs better than Mahomes. It just is what it is. Hurts is the average. What are you laughing over there, Vince? You laughing at me?
No.
Trying to give you some stats.
I'm laughing at the chat.
Oh, yeah, the chat.
So
Vince,
All
take
right.
over.
All right. What do you guys have? Who are your top 10 QBs, Mikey?
My top 10?
Just
Well, I got a
curious.
top 5. I got Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Hurts, Lamar, and then I just did a top 5. So
Jeez, you have
Mahomes, I
Burrow
got
really low.
Mahomes, Allen, Burrow. What? Burrow's at 3.
I have Burrow at 5 on mine.
5? No, he's better than Hurts.
But Hurts has a rushing upside. That's all I see it as. If there's a rushing upside to a quarterback, that makes him more valuable. That's why Justin Fields was so valuable last season.
I guess, but I don't know. Burrow's definitely up there, though.
He's up there, but I don't think he'll be rushing much with his torn ACL in the past. But the calf strain, who knows? But he should recover from it. Shouldn't affect them. But I'm taking Jalen Hurts over Joe Burrow.
I'm not.
I have Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Lamar, Burrow as my top 5. Danny, you're muted.
I said you can't go wrong with either.
Okay.
I like Burrow, though, because of the weapons. I think he has a better running game. I think that's going to open up a lot of, passing. Obviously, his calf could be an issue, but maybe not. But his receivers are nasty.
And we have Doug with a question. He said Lamar isn't top 5 in fantasy. Who would you put above Lamar this season? I just want to know because
I agree with him.
I have Lamar at 4. I don't know.
Well, I have Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Burrow, and then you have Tua could be up there.
Tua is not.
I
What?
say he is if he's healthy.
Okay, you're telling me you're drafting Tua. You're telling me you're
When he
drafting
wasn't
Tua over
throwing gang
Justin
signs,
Herbert, Trevor
he was
Lawrence,
throwing up
Deshaun
crazy
Watson,
numbers.
Justin Fields. You're drafting Tua over those guys.
Justin Fields, absolutely.
Wait, whoa.
I'll take
You're
friggin'.
taking wait. You're taking Tua over Justin
I'll take
Fields?
Jacoby Brissett over Justin Fields.
Take him then. Let me be in your league.
No chance. I'm taking the Bears quarterback. No way.
I think you might be hanging with Derek.
I agree. I have Fields as my number 9 QB. I agree the hype isn't all that, but Tua over Fields,
I like Tua.
That's asinine.
No.
Okay, Rodgers will have better numbers than Lamar. First of all, I have
I don't think
Rodgers at
so.
I have
I don't
Rodgers
think
at
Rodgers is going to have
15 for
crazy
fantasy.
numbers.
Rodgers is going to do all right. He's just very slow quarterback and an awful quarterback for fantasy numbers, especially on a new team.
So, Uncle Disco D, let me ask you something. Are you taking Aaron Rodgers or Tua?
Tua all day. I
agree.
think the Jets,
I agree. I do
But I
agree
think
with
the
you.
Jets are going to go the Peyton Manning route when near the end of his career, where he's going to rely more on the run than the pass. Obviously, he can pass, but I think they're going to rely more on their defense and the running game, and let the rest play out.
No.
He's not going to be Aaron Rodgers throwing
crazy.
48 touchdowns.
You're
It's
crazy.
not happening. Not happening.
Hey, Doug, tell that the MVP Lamar.
Lamar is. I had Lamar.
He's one of
as
the
a
best fantasy quarterbacks of all time.
He killed me. So I'll never draft him again. I'm stubborn like that. But he runs the ball. If he's healthy, yes, he has a good receiving core. I mean, tight end, receivers. I mean, they're pretty good this year. But
his ADP he's about an ADP of 37, which is about the third round. Who would you take over Lamar in the third?
Well, I would take, the obvious choices, the Burrows, the Mahomes, the Allens.
Mahomes is not going to be there. Allen's not going to be in the third round.
Okay, well, you said before. Those are before. What about Trevor Lawrence?
That's a fair argument. Trevor Lawrence is projected 56th overall.
I'm curious to see what happens with Ridley. If he could be Ridley with Atlanta.
Ridley's going to ball out.
It's just Trevor Lawrence had an awful first half of the season. He did great his second half. If Trevor Lawrence could keep up that the swag, he'll be fine. I do like Trevor Lawrence, but he plays for the Jaguars. That's all.
I know.
I know the division. The division is okay.
So they're going to pass more.
It's a very easy division, but don't make the playoffs. It's just he's got to perform.
They did come back and beat Dallas.
They did.
They did come back and beat Dallas.
I was unfortunately at that game.
You were at that game. You're the jinx.
No, I think your son's a jinx.
So, Vince, I know you're real high on Geno Smith. What's your thoughts?
I am actually high on Geno Smith. He had a great season last year, surprised everyone. I fortunately picked him up on waiver wires last year, and he won me my championship in 2 leagues. So, and he's got DK Metcalf, he's got Tyler Lockett, and he just picked up JSN for his team. He's a 3-headed monster receiving core, especially with Kenneth Walker too catching passes out of the backfield. He should do way better than that 1101 ADP.
Now, of that group that you're looking at, who's the one guy that stay away from him?
Stay away? I'd say Jimmy G. I don't even know why he's on here. Jimmy G, he shouldn't be a fantasy quarterback. He'd just be a waiver wire that could fill in your quarterback in a bye week.
All right. See, I like Goff. I think Goff.
I disagree. I disagree with Vince.
Oh, you disagree?
One. Yeah, I disagree.
I don't know.
Because Jimmy G, you gotta look at his whole career. Jimmy G, people forget Jimmy G went to the Super Bowl.
Yes, he's a winner. There's no question. He's a winner.
He's a winner.
Is he a fantasy?
He's just not a fantasy quarterback.
He's not a guy that produces a lot of numbers. So to draft him,
but he does. He has Devontae Adams though. He does.
He's
one of the best.
Okay, and last season,
so did Derek Carr.
Who do you have last season? He had
Where's
Debo.
Carr this year?
He was so high on. He averaged
Debo
15 fantasy points a game last season.
Debo stayed
15 a game is what he averaged.
Right. Not going to work. So you think Kyler Murray can step it up this year?
I love Kyler Murray. I hate to say it, but I draft him late. He's a good late pick. He's nothing. You don't want to start him, but he's someone you get later on instead of wasting a pick on some third string wide receiver who's never going to see a snap. He's good IR stash. You just draft him and stash on your IR. If you take a risky QB like Justin Fields, I'd say he's risky too. I'd say he's risky, but he's good. Just sit in IR just in case.
Just amazing. 2 years ago, he was like the number 1 pick. How fast they fall. Crazy. And obviously Derek Carr, we know about him.
Derek Carr shouldn't be drafted.
He can throw. He got an arm. He has an arm. He can
Who,
throw.
Carr?
No, Kyler.
He does, but I don't know who he's throwing to.
No one.
Marquise.
Throwing to himself.
He
He's
has
throwing
a
basically
Marquise
no
Brown.
one. Marquise Brown he's not Lamar Jackson or Marquise Brown. He's Kyler Murray, Marquise Brown.
So there's one name that we haven't seen yet. What's your thoughts on Deshaun Watson? Do you think he can get back to form this year? Or is he?
Deshaun Watson in fantasy this year. He's getting ADP of 79. I think that's a steal. He has an amazing receiving core. It's a slept-on receiving core with Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and DPJ, Donovan Peoples-Jones. They're very three underrated receivers, and it's a good value pick.
Yeah, it's true. I forgot they had Amari Cooper on there. He's actually gonna be pretty damn good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And they got David Njoku, Miami alumni.
That's right. You think
No.
Kirk Cousins gonna slide down this year?
Kirk Cousins will be fine. He's just an average quarterback. He averages a very good amount of fantasy points a game. I think he averages about 18 a game, which is decent, but it's basically floor. It's average QB.
Well, if they don't get over this Cook situation, he's gonna be in trouble.
Well, Kirk Cousins is lucky because he has Justin Jefferson as his QB.
As his
wide receiver. Sorry.
But it's real nice having Cook behind you.
Well, Cook isn't everything. He has Alexander Madison, who's an okay running back, but
now my QB sleeper. I was thinking about it. I said, you know what? I think it's going to be Pickett. I think Pickett is a guy that I think he can actually throw up some numbers this year.
I agree with you.
If you look at his stats, they have a better offensive line. He can easily rush for 450 yards, and his receiving core is very young. But I think he can throw up some numbers this year.
Mm-hmm. I like Pickett.
Okay, who's drafting Kenny Pickett?
If you're drafting Kenny Pickett, he's going to be your number one.
You shouldn't be playing fantasy football. That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't be drafting Kenny Pickett. Instead of wasting that pick on Kenny Pickett, pick Kyler Murray and stash him on your IR. That's all I'm going to say. I know Murray's out on an ACL. Stash him on your IR. I'm not saying to start him.
All right.
But it's just an easy pick for me. Kenny Pickett has small hands. He doesn't perform well in fantasy football. If you looked at his stats last season, he did terrible for fantasy football-wise, averaging 12.2 points a game. It wasn't anything special.
Next slide, please.
There's only Jason's in control, but Jason isn't here. So
it's like work.
Mikey, do you have a sleeper?
No, I hear you.
Do you have a sleeper QB this year? Since we're talking about quarterbacks.
I have a sleeper. He's my quarterback, Dak Prescott. He's going to be a fantasy sleeper. You got to look at the receivers he has. You got to look at the weapons he has, the running backs, the tight ends. He has loads of weapons to throw to. So I think he will rack up a lot of fantasy points with a lot of yards, with a lot of TDs.
Okay.
Did you say Dak?
Dak Prescott.
Well, didn't you hear what I said about 20 minutes ago? That he averages 27 points a game when he's a starter. He already throws up stats.
I'm just saying for fantasy.
But
I'm saying with Cook, CD, and Gallup, and Tolbert, and Turpin. I mean, that's 5 weapons right there.
He's averaging 17.8 points a game. That's what he averaged last season.
Well, I'm talking about this season.
And does he have a better receiving core last season than this season?
He has a way better receiving core this season than he did last season. It's night and day.
Michael Gallup's healthy?
No, because he has CD, Brandon Cooks, and Gallup with Tolbert and Turpin.
I like Tolbert. I do like Tolbert.
That's 6 with
but
Ferguson.
I just can't take
7.
Dak. I was just watching that practice film. He looks awful in the practice. He looks terrible.
Well, good thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know if it's just because he's playing against the Cowboys defense or is it just he's trash.
No, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I think this is the year he can do something special. I agree with you, Mike.
No, he will. Watch. He's already doing it in training camp.
This is the year he has to make or break.
No, yes,
they gave him a lot of weapons. The running game is kind of suspect, But as far as receivers, I mean, he has some pretty damn good receivers. Good tight end. It's just a matter of him being, not being
tight end,
Dak, I guess.
Who's
Don't be
their
the
tight end,
interception,
Danny?
Dak.
If his tight end's good, who's their tight end?
Well, I forgot his name. It's a white guy. I forgot his name. He was there last year.
No, he's not. He's not there last year.
It's not the guy. It was. I thought he was a rookie last year.
It's Ferguson. I said that.
Okay. Doug has a question. He said, "So you're taking Kyler instead of Dak?" I'm not taking Kyler instead of Dak. I'm taking Dak over Kyler.
Oh hell yeah! You're taking Dak over Kyler.
I'm taking
you would
Dak
take
over
Kyler over Dak?
I never said that.
Oh,
I would
okay.
never do that. Are you insane?
Yeah.
Vince, let me ask you something. Who are you taking over Dak?
Why is this damn thing?
Who am
up
I
on the
taking over
screen?
Dak? I'm taking. Okay, I have Dak listed as my 16th ranked QB in fantasy. I have Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith, Daniel Jones, Tua, Justin Fields, Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, and the rest of them above Dak.
So you're saying Kirk Cousins is above Dak?
I do.
You have Russell Wilson.
No,
above
you're
Okay, I'm saying Kirk Cousins is safer. He's safer pick.
Disco D. I like Russell Wilson this year. Why do you think? Hold on. Why do you think Kirk Cousins is better than Dak?
It's just safer. It's nothing. It's
How
nothing
is
to
it
it.
safer?
Dak is a more like a boom bust QB. Kirk is he's going to get you those points.
Boom bust.
Kirk's going to get you those points. What were you watching last year?
Yeah, what were you watching last
Those
year?
18.2 points per game average.
What? I'll make a bet with you since we're live on the air.
Dak only averaged 17.
I bet you Dak will be better than Kirk.
I'm not going to make that bet
I bet
because
he
I'm
will.
just saying he's boom or bust.
That's why.
I'm not advisor, dude. I have 13th ranked Kirk Cousins and 16th ranked Dak Prescott. I'm not planning on drafting either of those guys.
Well, there
It's
you go.
just a rank. As far as my sleeper, I have Russell Wilson as my sleeper. I hate to say it.
Right.
He just, if you look at the team, he had the bottom ranked O-line. I think it was below top 10 rated O-line, and now they've put in 140 million into that O-line. So I think he'll be fine now. They also have Sean Payton, and they also not a lot of people know this. He played 75% of the season injured.
How do you know that?
His hammy. He came out afterwards. It could be BS, but I'm going to take it, and I'm going to run with it. I also like Brock Purdy as a underrated quarterback.
Dang, that guy tries you.
Yeah, go in my league. Talk to my 2 championships in a row.
What is this bullshit I'm hearing you guys?
Oh, man.
Special guest.
I wanted to come in here because you guys, this Vince is running his mouth.
Let me hear. I know more.
You don't know.
How many fantasy championships do you have? In my league, you were in my league last year, and you got whooped. You got whooped by me.
You're an idiot.
With Geno Smith. I whooped you with Geno.
He said he whooped you with Geno
I
Smith.
whooped him with Geno last year. I'll pull up the stats.
You guys play some stupid old fantasy league when
You were in my league.
We're doing a league, Vince. We're doing a league.
Anyway,
and you both will be in it, so it'll be a rivalry.
Anyway, how come I see Jason but I don't hear him? I just wanted to just jump on. You're talking
now that we have the Godfather here, Mike Tagg. I think it's a nice time to maybe offer some of your listeners to be in the fantasy football league, maybe a 12-man league.
Well, we're having a 12-man. I'm glad you said it.
Let's see.
Doug.
Vince.
Doug
I got a bone to pick with Doug.
Is Doug and I? We need 2 more people for the league. You got Jimmy D. You got myself. You got a bunch of misfits that are going to be in this league. That's what we call easy money. So if you guys want to get in the league, we got a couple spots. Of course, Doug. I was going to see if Eugene Lockhart was going to come in the league.
I need Ultra Cowboy in this league.
Huh?
I need Ultra Cowboy in this league.
Ultra Cowboy? Maybe we'll get Ultra Cowboy.
We got to get Ultra Cowboy.
No.
Maybe even Eugene Lockhart.
That's what I'm saying. We get Eugene. All right, Doug's in.
He's going to get mollywopped.
So, easy money taking Vince's money. This should be.
Oh yeah, take it.
at all.
He's not going to win.
What?
He's not going to win.
So I was listening to your court. You actually think that Daniel Jones is a good quarterback? Is that what you just said? Did I hear you say that earlier? You think?
I think he's a good quarterback.
You think they're going to be close to the Dallas Cowboys? You really think that they're lucky to win 5-6 games?
I hear you, Jason. I hear you. If you can hear me.
No, they're not. No, it's the Eagles, Cowboys, and everybody else in that division. Right. Giants and Washington, not even no. But I think Eagles and Cowboys are going to fight for the division. I think
I was helping out because
I hear you. I hear you, Jason.
I think, like I said before, it's just going to come down to defense. Period. And I think Dallas has the better defense. And that's it. Bottom line. Now, if the 2 draft picks perform like they think they're going to perform, okay, that may change a little bit. Micah Parsons came out of nowhere and lit up the league. One of these guys might too, but you just don't know until you play the game. But as of now, what I can see, Dallas has the best defense in that division. Period.
Bottom line, Dallas has the better defense. The Eagles lost 5 starters on defense. Don't forget that. They lost 5 starters. They lost their defensive coordinator. They lost their offensive coordinator. They had lightning in the bottle. Everything worked out well for them. No guarantee that's going to happen again. I think the Dallas offense has improved. They got Cooks, whoever said that Dallas's receivers are better last year than this year, a moron. And I think his name was Vince.
I never said that.
He never said that. He didn't say that.
Thank
you,
Daniel.
said are the receivers better than they were
put
last
the headphones in.
You're a moron. He's an idiot, this guy. Where did you find him?
He's in a cave. He's in a real cave.
Mm-hmm.
He is in a cave.
He's in the back cave.
He's in the Kylo Ren cave.
So, hey, I'll let you guys run, man. I just wanted to holler at you, man. Good show. Little technical difficulties. We need my man Jason. If you need me to throw a few bucks in to get you some internet, I'll help you out, man. I don't want you just let me
know. Jesus, Jason. Turn the lights on.
So, hey,
he probably didn't pay his light bill.
I see that. Well, I'm about to get you a raise or something. Hey, what we do is you guys have a good show, but don't forget to tell him tomorrow night, Kelly K9 and I are going to be live. We got Kyle Yeomans from DallasCowboy.com. He's going to be coming in the cave. So we're having a good time. Plus Chuck Halley interviews dropping tomorrow morning. So this is a good show. They're working out the bugs. You guys give them a shot. Getting some personality. You see, we'll get it out of them. But, hey, good job, guys. I just want to holler at you.
All right.
All right. See you.
Thank you. Go.
Now, where the hell is Jason?
All right, we got a good question from RJ the Killer. Mikey, do you have J.K. Dobbins or Javonte Williams? Who would you take? J.K. Dobbins or Javonte
I hear you. I got Javonte. I hear you, Jason. I got Javonte Williams. I hear you, Jason.
I hope he's healthy. God, that was a nasty injury.
He scares me, man. He's scary.
He does. That's my guy, but he does scare me. That's a bad injury.
All right, and as I was saying, I think Brock Purdy is a good quarterback to lean on for another sleeper on top of Russell Wilson because Brock Purdy, a lot of people think he's still not healthy. He's going to be fine by week 1. All the reports say so. He's looking perfect, and he's got Sam Darnold behind him. Trey Lance is not going to be the second string QB.
So you think they get rid of Lance?
What is that?
Do you think they get rid of Lance?
Yes, I think Lance will be traded.
No. They gave up way too much for them not to play him. You got to give him a shot.
What did they get for Purdy, though? What did they get for Purdy?
Wait, you think Lance is going to play, Mike?
Yes, wait. I think. Well, listen. I think Purdy. Well, it depends on how Purdy starts out the season. If Purdy starts out the season like garbage, I think Lance will take over. But if Purdy stays hot, then yeah, I guess get rid of Lance.
That system's made for Brock Purdy.
Any quarterback can
thrive in that system. Give Lance a shot, though.
Sam Darnold looks better than Trey Lance.
No, he doesn't.
Trey Lance he's not that style of quarterback for Shanahan's offense. I don't even know why they drafted him.
He's a good quarterback. He just needs another opportunity. Just a new start.
Yeah, I agree. He needs like a new scenery because San Francisco's ruined him. He needs to go somewhere
San
that
Francisco did ruin him.
where he can back up someone, do something.
Right.
Mikey, who do you have as your bust for QB? Who do you think is going to be bust that you
Josh
don't think is
Allen.
going to meet that? Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Why is that?
I think people pick him way too early, and I think he doesn't
At
have the
18?
weapons.
The second round?
Yes, that's too early.
Okay.
I think that he doesn't have a lot of weapons. Besides Diggs, who does he have?
He doesn't really
Nothing.
have it.
Who's his running back?
Khalil Shakar,
Who's
he
his
has
running
James
back?
Cook.
Nothing. Garbage.
Well, who do you
James
take
Cook.
as your second QB? Let's say Mahomes is gone. Who are you drafting? Everybody's there.
I might get hate for this. I think I would take Joe Burrow over Josh Allen. Better receivers.
He does have better
running backs,
receivers
and a way better offense.
I don't know, man. Josh has been putting up some numbers every year until that fades away.
But he's in a way tougher division this year. You gotta look at it. The Jets have an elite defense. The Dolphins have an elite defense. The Patriots are the Patriots. They're always scrappy. They're in a very, very tough division. I think they're gonna have their hands full with that division.
That's a valid point. Valid point.
All right, Jane, who about you?
Well, you already laughed at me, but I said Kirk Cousins was my bust. And I know he's not a top 10 quarterback, but if you said, give me a top 10 quarterback that's going to be a bust, I'd go Deshaun Watson.
Why Deshaun Watson?
I think the team
Dude,
stinks.
he's getting drafted.
I mean, the receivers are decent, but I think the team stinks. I don't know.
What's wrong with the team?
The team stinks. What do you mean? What's wrong with the team?
What about the team stinks? I think the team is fine. I think they're an average team. I don't think they're like the Texans.
No, they're not the Texans, but I don't like the Browns. All right, I don't like the Browns. I just think that if he's a guy that if you put it in his hands to win a game, that's not the guy you want. That's just my opinion.
But at ADP he's in the 8th
round.
round.
I don't give a shit what ADP.
8th round. I think it's a steal.
We hear you, Jason.
I have
we hear
eyes.
you. I hear you at least.
I agree. The Browns are the Browns, but Deshaun Watson is Deshaun Watson.
He's in a
massage therapist or not.
He's in a tough division.
He did awful last season. Jacoby Brissett performed better than him last season, but I think he can bounce back. He's looking good in camp. I watched some of his film. He looks fine.
Now, what film did you watch? The NFL film or the ones at the club?
Oh, real funny. The Robert Kraft film. Yeah, that one.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up.
No pun intended.
Can you guys hear Jason?
No.
Disco D, you can't hear Jason?
Nah, thank God.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Well, whoever was watching, thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys.
It should be better next week.
Thank you guys
a new
for tuning
show,
in.
and we're just here to have fun, talk shit, talk a little football, fantasy football, and that's about it. You can chime in on the chat.
I can't wait to play Doug. I can't wait to play Doug. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. Vince is out for Doug.
I got a bone to pick with Doug.
We'll see you guys next week, 7 p.m. Tuesday night.
See you guys next week.
I'll put you out of your misery. Come play me in fantasy. All right.
Did you end it?
What?
Jason, did you end it?